Okay, I'm going to get started. This is lesson number 5 in our spring session for my little young creators. Today is a really fun day. I think you all got your clay. We're going to get into that, but we're going to do clay on the last half, okay? There's some other sketching things that I'm going to teach you, and I have to kind of preface it a little bit and tell you where I'm coming from or what we're trying. But first, make sure you have some water handy. You'll need it both for watercolors, and then you'll dip your little sponge in or your fingers with the clay. So you'll need that. This embossment tool is great for clay because it makes texture and you can carve and whatever. And then all the other parts that I gave you, but those came from last week when we were doing our printmaking. Then you'll also need these from the beginning, but we're going to start with the pencil. I'm going to pull you to gallery. Give me a thumbs up if that printmaking was fun and if you continue to try different ways to do any printmaking. Anybody continue outside of class? Maybe? Yeah. You're not in trouble if you don't. I just wonder, it kind of speaks differently to different people. Yay! Oh gosh, that full family of the Jeffries is so fun. Look at all these people. Hi Jeffries, we're saying hi. It was Maisie's birthday yesterday, so happy birthday. Hi Sadie. Yay! It's so fun for me to have families create together. It's pretty special. So yes. Okay. I'm going to teach you grid drawing. Here's the deal. This is different for me teaching this time than usually in my studio. Usually in my studio, I have ages that are more similar, but now the way I'm teaching this, I've opened it up to siblings, which gives us a big range of ages. So in this class, I have 4-year-olds up to 14-year-olds. So that's a big span. The people who registered are the young creators, but they brought in olders and youngers and whatever else. And in my tween classes, I have the same. I have mostly the older kids, but then they bring in some of their siblings who are a lot younger. So I want to teach this, and it might feel a little bit big for some of my youngers. I've got a little beat going on back here. Close that. So please don't get frustrated. We're just trying it. The beautiful part about art is we all come to this canvas or this paper or this art lesson exactly where we need to be. We're learning right where we are with art. So the really cool thing about art is I can put lessons out that are wide open and you will all come to them exactly where you are, and it's perfect. So please don't compare yourself to the olders or to the youngers. Be kind to yourself. Be easy on yourself. We're just practicing and exploring and trying things, okay? And I want to just kind of liken it to riding a bike. When you first learn to ride a bike, you probably don't charge straight up the mountain with the adult that's teaching you. Maybe your mom's teaching you. They're going to ride a bike a little bit differently, and they're going to go fast down the hills, and they're going to figure out how to get up rocks and boulders. And when you're learning, you're just learning to balance. But by riding a bike over and over and over again, you get a little better, and a little better. But every time you ride a bike, it's fun, no matter where you are, whether you're riding on boulders or charging down a mountain, or if you're just in the parking lot next to your house. So it's kind of like art, okay? You're just showing up like you show up with a bike wherever you are. So be kind and easy on yourself. There you go. There's my little chat. We're going to start not in our sketchbooks. We might come back to our sketchbooks. Today's all about birds. Did you notice? Are you seeing birds everywhere? And I got to show you why birds are so fun. Well, we're going to learn some realistic birds. We're going to talk about abstract realistic. We're going to pull in all the stuff that we've been learning, all of these elements of art. And next week, you're each going to get a little wooden birdhouse. Are they so cute? I think they're so cute. I was really excited when I found them. And you will also be getting your own set of acrylic paints. They're just little bits, but you'll have colors to paint your little birdhouse. So this week, I've given you air dry clay, and the air dry clay takes a few days. Don't paint it yet until wait for us next week. And then next week, we'll use those paints on the clay you make today because it will be dry by next week, and your birdhouse. So I wanted to show you that so you can design your bird if you want it to be by your birdhouse. Maybe you really want your birdhouse out in your yard and you're gonna hang it and put some seeds. That would be okay. Maybe then you wanna make a bird that hangs in the tree next to it. That would be okay. Maybe you just want your bird on your little dresser or whatever. So I wanted to show you the birdhouse coming so you can be thinking about birds coming up to it. So fun. All right, see this page? You should have all gotten one of these little frames. We're gonna try something a little tricky. So if you'll pull this out, I'm gonna pull this kind of closer to you. It's a weird angle for me to draw. That's what I'm doing. And then you've got these beautiful birds. Look at these guys. So pull this out and we're going to try connecting eyes to hand to artist heart, right? We do this every time. This is how we warm up. It might feel a little tricky, but I want to teach all of you a technique that all artists know. And it's called grid drawing, and it allows for accuracy and angles trying to be realistic, okay? So I'm going to set this up, and I've given you 4 pictures, and I've given you 4 pieces, and then we're also gonna try some watercolor. I just gave you 2 of those watercolors. Here's another thing I wanna tell you. If you find yourself really into this one drawing here, don't feel like you need to move to the next. You don't have to move to the watercolor. Okay, I'm giving you a whole bunch of ideas and a whole bunch of different ways. Just get connected to something. Start with your pencil. Miss Jill's going to use a Sharpie so you can see. We know this trick. This is how we do it. I'm going to make a grid on the paper that I'm drawing on, which is this white frame. I'm just going to use one of the frames. And I think I'm going to do this bird here. Maybe you want to do that one with me and try another one later. This is the bird at the top that has the yellow on it, that top left. So that's what Miss Jill is gonna try, but you can do this with any of them. Use just a pencil so you can erase. Do you remember how we did portraits and we drew the face and we divided it up? We're going to do the same thing. We're gonna make a grid. I'm gonna use a Sharpie, you use your pencil, and divide this space on this frame. This is really grown up art. It really is tricky, but I'm really confident in my artists in this class, and I'm excited to see what comes out of this, because sometimes when you stretch yourself with a skill, really cool things happen. Sometimes we get frustrated, and that's okay. We'll come to it another day. It's okay. We're gonna try though. Also take your pencil. Again, Miss Jill's using a Sharpie so you can see. Do the same grid with your pencil, just lightly. These are really nice colored copies that you could really keep forever and use over and over again. But I'm gonna do a light grid with my pencil over that little bird there. I'm doing it with a Sharpie so you can see, okay? Give me a thumbs up when you're to that point and we'll talk about it. When you've gridded the frame and gridded your bird. This is called grid drawing. My boy does it in high school with his art class. All artists learn this at some point. Thanks, Sage, for your thumbs up. You're ready to go. Looks like Castellers are awesome, awesome. Again, like Ella helped June maybe divide that up. And some of our younger people, be open to this might feel a little bit big. You can do whatever you want with this. The great part about art here, I gave you a bunch of supplies. If you have a totally different idea and you want to take off and just do your thing, go for it. Nothing's stopping you. I don't care what you do. If you want to hear some of my tricks, then here I am trying to teach it, but this isn't school. You're not getting graded on it. But if you want to learn the tricks, here I am. I'm going to try to teach you the tricks. I'm going to start looking at this bird. The grids are breaking this up for me so that I can think of this as like 4 little drawings. And it helps me to get the dimensions a little better, okay? So I'm gonna look at the end of the beak here. And I'm gonna say, okay, that little end of the beak, and I'm gonna use my finger and a pencil, is this far from the top. And I used my finger to hold it. Okay, there and there. Now I've got my finger to hold it. And now I'm gonna go to this grid and I'm gonna try to get it in. Same mark. It's right about there, but it goes from here to here. Let's see how far that is. We're measuring the end of that beak to that line. It's about here. So here's my dot for the beak. Okay, and then I see that there's this little divot here of a triangle. Top of the head is here. Let's see how far that is. About that. Okay. I'm almost making a dot to dot. So then I'm going to kind of connect. Okay, this beak comes here. And then there's a triangle here. And then under here, right in the middle, is an eye. And I'm trying to get the proportions exactly. I'm trying to say, oh, the eye is this distance and the head is this distance from the top. This really takes a concentration, and it might feel a little bit frustrating. Don't let yourself get frustrated. We're just trying. We're connecting eyes to hand to drawing. This is really grown up. And I am so impressed that some of my younger people are just jumping in and giving this a try. That cute. Nora and Ella, some of these people are younger, and Sage, but you're trying. Then I'm going to say, okay, let's get some more marks here. Okay, I'm gonna dot to dot. Ooh, I think this little edge where that wing goes is right about there. So I'm going to put a dot there. The belly comes and gives me a little triangle down at the bottom. Okay, so there's the bottom. He's got a big chest. Kind of comes down. That beak. I love the colors here. I'm excited to get my colored pencils going. And then I'm going to go over to this next quadrant and see the shape. We've talked about positive and negative shape. Fill those in. Look at the angle. Oh, artists do this a lot. Watch Miss Jill. They take their angle of their pencil and I'm lining it up with that wing. See how I angle that? Now I'm going to take it over here to this drawing and try to get the wing the same angle. This is a really grown-up lesson, but I just wanted to give it a try. We've gone back and forth with abstract and realistic. This is definitely a way to do realistic drawings. Angle of that back, here, here, here. Now I've got kind of the basics in. I've got a twig I can see is in that first quadrant, comes here, comes down. I feel like I got the basic shapes of my bird. Miss Jill went really fast. You have to remember Miss Jill's been doing this for 47 years, and you guys haven't been on the planet quite that long. All we can do is come to our place right where we are. So I might be better at this when I do more practice or whatever, and you will too. But my goodness, Nora, I'm watching you just concentrate and look and try, and Mac and Sage, these beautiful faces that are willing to try and to observe. And hopefully your energy's kind of coming down and you're connecting to that beautiful artist. Hart, look at Ryder and Isla, they're just really thinking, and oh man, all these faces. Oh, Miss Natalie has brought a cute friend, Sophie and Lexi. These Bradleys are with us, and Gabby and Eris and Eric. My gosh, you guys are doing great. That cute boy Zach has been in the pool, I think. And Charlotte and Cash, I was so lucky to catch them because they were picking up their stuff. And hooray, hooray, hooray to Bradley's, if you didn't hear it before. When they came to pick it up, the sprinklers were on for the first time, and the sprinkler was turned and spraying my porch and spraying all of your kits. So if you got them in the last hour before, you probably noticed that they're smeared, and I'm sorry I went out there with a towel, but it didn't look like the water got in the plastic bag. So Bradley saved the day. After I have a pretty good outline, I'm gonna start messing with these colored pencils and blocking in my color. These colored pencils are not exactly the same colors as these, but I can do some mixing and it doesn't have to look exactly like the drawing, but I'm going to now try to very carefully, this is a realistic drawing. This is very different than Picasso, right? We're trying to actually do some rendering that makes it look realistic. It's going to look like something real, something in real life. With these little birds. When you learn this technique of gridding your paper, it can be applied to everything. When you're trying to draw somebody's face, or it's a trick that all artists know, that grid work. It's all the artists know this trick, and you guys are, I'm giving it to you. Yes, hi Zach.
So I finished mine, and this is what it turned out looking like.
Okay, are you kidding me? Dude, you blow my mind.
Luke also wants to show.
It's really amazing, Zach, for you to hold that up, your proportions. Are you?
This me and Luke did the exact same.
Oh my gosh, look at your proportions. These are like masterpieces. Have you done grid art before? Have you done that?
That was Luke's paper. This is mine. This big art.
Have you done this grid type of exercise before, pal?
No.
It's a trick for kind of older. We did it in high school and college, but I wanted to share it with you because did that help you to break things down by making them smaller?
It helps you take what's in that space and put it into that space. It like just divides it for like.
I am so amazed. Is Hope working on hers too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need more baby shapes. Theirs are better.
Hey, oh no, there's no such thing as better or worse. We all come to it right where we are. Hope, have you done this before? Sometimes when we're older in life, we've done more of that. Have you ever done that?
Done the grid exercise?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Need a bird too. But yeah, I've done that before.
Okay, perfect. It's an
Yeah,
old trick. You guys are doing so great. Oh my gosh, I love the Lowrys. Thank you so much for sharing. You are focused, boy. You are so focused. Let's get some of those colored pencils. Those are kind of fun to pull in there too.
I feel like we should just paint it.
Yeah, well, let's do some colored pencils and then we'll move on to our watercolor. What? Are you kidding me?
Hello.
Max, are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Mac, have you done grid painting before or grid drawing?
No, but I've always loved drawing birds. I actually, before coronavirus hit, I was actually about to enter this bird drawing contest. I always have loved drawing birds. It's always something I've really liked.
Well, perfect. Welcome to birthday, Mac. How's that beautiful Nora doing next to you?
She already did her bird, and now she's trying to trying out watercolors.
Can you show me what you're painting, Nora? I love that you're just jumping into those watercolors. Whoa, look at the colors on that bird, Nora. You have fit that bird in those 4 quadrants, that grid. It's really grown up. I'm really proud of you. Like I said, I hesitated with my youngers, but I thought, you know what? You guys are really mature, and I am forever amazed at what you come up with. So I just thought I would give it a try and see how it goes. And how's this cute little thing? Is this little thing the cutest? Hello, Miss Gabby. Hi. Yes, hi. You're one of my tiny people. Oh my gosh, look what she's doing. Does that look like it comes from a 5-year-old? No. Are you sure you're not in my tween class? Gabby? Oh, it's amazing. I love that you're just doing your thing too. Oh my goodness. This is our space to just create and be comfortable with whatever you're doing. I love it. Are you trying birds or not today? Not today. No problem. No pressure in this class, okay? I hope you know that. I love it. Hey, can I have just a little bite of whatever you're eating? Come on, just a little taste. Just like a bite. I mean, it looks like something great is going on. You're not even gonna share just a little bite? Is this dinner? Yes?
Kind of.
How's the drawing going? Is it frustrating or does it feel okay to you?
It's kind of frustrating because I feel like this square is a bit bigger than this one.
I may have not done it perfectly. I don't know. But if you start in the middle and you grid from the middle and then it has a little edge, that's okay too. Hey, do you want to share, little Miss Lou?
Or what?
You want to show me what you're drawing? For Gray?
One sec.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Didn't have space.
Jeez Louise, it's awesome. Look at your grid, Luella. Have you friends done grid drawing before?
I have. I drew a bird at school and in art class.
I love it. So
I don't know.
good work. Here's the deal. It's like riding a bike. It's not like you're like, oh, I just rode a bike once and it's so fun and I don't have to do that for the rest of my life. The great part about art and learning these techniques and grid drawing or whatever, you can draw it once and take that skill and build on it and build on it and build on it, and you can keep trying this grid with lots of different things. So get into these colored pencils and see if you can push the colors into each other. When I see this belly here, it's not a straight orange. I feel like there's some change in value. Value means light to dark. So some are lighter, some are darker. All right, and so I'm practicing pushing with my pencils, okay? I'm pressing darker where, harder where it's a darker color, and then I lighten up around here. But watch how I can take yellow and put it in to this belly. And I've kind of created a new color. And this yellow kind of comes down here. You're really staring at the colors. We've talked about this before. The beautiful thing that artists do for this world, and oh, we need more artists in this world. We all are artists. We all just need to live from these beautiful artist hearts. Because we take simple or ordinary and we're able to look. We're looking at details and we make them extraordinary simply by looking. I kind of want to cry right now. I feel like I want to cry. What is going on? Are you kidding me? Put your face in next to that. I am blown away, little bit. Charlotte.
It's hard because of our table.
Oh my gosh! Charlotte, how old are you?
9 turning 10.
You know what? I actually really enjoy teaching a lot of ages at the same time because you are all, I seriously, I don't even have words. I feel like I want to cry. I cannot believe how you pulled that off. That is amazing. Have you done much grid paint drawing where you're comparing that way? Do you know what it does for us, Char?
But people ask me to do it a lot, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why do we draw lines in our drawings? I mean,
so if you use your pencil, if I didn't use Sharpie, I would erase those big Sharpie marks so that they're not in my drawing. And you've done Sharpie on this one. On the next one, use a pencil and erase it. Yeah, it's awesome. How's it going?
have
Are
many
you feeling
pencils.
okay with this?
I'll just use Cash's pencil.
Yeah.
Turns out me and Cash ended up making the same thing that I know. We just chose one, and then I'm like,
So
hey,
cute.
are you doing it? And
Yeah.
then I said, I'm like,
Ash, do you feel okay? Do you feel frustrated, or are you enjoying this process?
me?
Yeah.
We're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
You cute friends. I love that you're getting along so well too. Do you want to share or not yet?
Not yet. I'm still kind of
No problem. I also want to make sure everybody knows that no one ever has to share. It's just sometimes it's fun to see these cute little faces. But so if you use your pencil for those grid marks, then you can erase those grid marks after, and you almost sometimes feel like you're cheating. You know, you're like, well, gosh, I'm making these little diagrams, but it's not cheating. It's simplifying so that you can observe in a simpler way. Drawing even very complicated things, you simplify shapes, and that's what artists do. They look carefully and they're able to kind of bring those down. Oh gosh, you kids amaze me. Are you kidding? Oh, wow. Wow. You got it, pal. 2. I just am amazed. Is that 2 different views of it? Or are you looking at 2 different birds? It looks like you're trying 2 different things.
birds.
Yeah, you're doing so great. Erase those little grid marks after. Miss Jill has them when Sharpie and I can't, but you can. Yeah, erase those. So
all 4 of them.
yeah, so I gave you all 4 so that you can, and if you run out of little grids, then get another piece of paper and just trace it, right? And create another grid. This is called 1-to-1 grid. When I say 1-to-1, they're the same size. The painting you're looking at is the same size. Oh my goodness, beautiful girl. Are you kidding me? Whoa. These are awesome, Sage. Hi, Sage. The grids are 1-to-1. I love it. Amazing, amazing. Erase your little marks when you want to. You're doing great. Did you just jump in with your watercolors because you felt like it? Why not? You listen to that.
I'm doing this one.
Yep, I love it. It's just amazing. Oh, you kids, the drawing is just what? Eris, you guys, I'm kind of freaking out right now. I don't mean to be weird, but I am really blown away by this young class's talent. Seriously? Hold it still and put your face there. Oh my gosh. Are you enjoying this, Miss Eris?
Yes.
You have giggles and focus at the same time. How's that buddy Eric doing? Hey,
Looks
Eric.
like that he's doing good.
Wow, sometimes just the process of slowing down and looking at something, I mean, it's just brilliant. Brilliant. You people are brilliant. I'm really, really amazed at what I'm watching come out of here. I'm not trying to be crazy, but I really just am blown away. Oh my goodness. So cool. Look at these 3 darlings. So focused. Hello, beautiful girls. I'm talking to Miss Sophie and Miss Natalie. Here, I hit the unmute. And Miss Lexi, say hi. I think you're unmuted. Go ahead and talk. I got you.
Wait, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yeah. Wait, now I can't. Now I can't.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Mine.
Oh my goodness. What? Whoa. Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Good work. Do you, Sophie, do you want to share? Welcome to art class, Sophie. I'm so glad you jumped in here.
I'm not.
Do you want to share? Either of you? You don't have to. We just.
It's not done, but.
Oh my goodness, I love. Are you using colored pencils, Miss Sophie? Amazing. How's my Lexi?
Good.
You girls. Whose house are you at today? This is a different view.
Let's see. It's just turn the other way.
Oh, it's turned the other way. Okay, so I'm not looking at the kitchen. I'm looking at the family room. It's
Yeah,
just-
so this is what we're looking.
Okay, I thought you were in a different house. I feel like you all invite me into your houses every day. It's pretty cool. Thanks for inviting me to your house, Lexi. Hi, mister. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dang, Mac, look at the details. Not,
This is the one I did this time.
yep, loving that. Oh my goodness, Nora. Wow, look at your colors. My gosh, that's amazing.
I stole yours, sorry.
You friends, are you having fun? I want to show you, thanks for sharing, friends. I want to show you the next little gig, okay? I don't know that I checked on these cute friends. Do you two want to share or not yet? Or you don't ever have to, whatever you want.
Here, I'll share.
Great, thank you. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh, geez. You are able to observe and look and to simplify and break up shapes. Amazing. Hey, that's cute, Isla. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. You're doing it over the two. Why not? Oh, it's gorgeous. Have you done grid drawing before?
No.
No, so grown up. Welcome to grid drawing. Now you're officially a really grown up artist. Wow, you can do it with anything, anything, anything. And my friend Zach is like, hey, I got it going on. What's going on, bud?
I already did. Just did two.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay, Zach, I don't know that I have ever seen that.
It's upside down.
No, you are so focused. Are you feeling connected to that?
Yes.
Oh, you kids are amazing, amazing. Today is such a fun day. Thank you for sharing. I'm so proud of you. So after you feel like you're getting an idea of how this grid painting works, and remember, oh, we've got one coming in. Little Miss Lou wants to share this thing. Let's see, Luella. Oh my goodness, adorable. It's so cute. Yes, thank you. It's perfect. So as soon as you feel like you've got an idea of how to draw, it's like riding a bike. Again, I'm going to keep saying that. And you don't just ride your bike once and be done with it. We've drawn a bird, pick your favorite bird or a new bird, I don't care. And now I've done colored pencil on this. Some of you jumped into watercolor, that's okay too. But I've given you two pieces of really nice watercolor. They're thick and full. And Sophie and Lexi and Natalie, somebody give one of theirs to Sophie. We probably just have time for one painting anyway. So I'm gonna try the watercolor gig on this, and I wanna show you some tricks with watercolor. So today's all about kind of teaching some real techniques. So I would like to show you this, but I'm really excited to see this. Yeah, look at you. Man, you're doing all four. And I've given you 4 pictures and 4 frames. You don't have to do all 4. If you want to do all 4, you can. You can come back to it later in the week. Fantastic. Hi, Miss Sophia. Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Do you want to share or not yet?
Good. Sure.
Oh my goodness. You guys, wow. I'm really proud of you. You're really focusing today. Goodness. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing. See, there's all these shares. Look at this. Look at the detail. What's up, Cash? Look at the detail you got going on that.
Nothing much.
No, yeah, no, a lot actually. Like your proportions are perfect. Like you nailed that. That's a realistic bird.
Well, the middle school, well, not middle school. The school I went to always did like a blend colors thing, and we always did self-portraits.
You've had some training.
We kind of got really into detail, so this is kind of like.
And your artist heart is so dang big and wide open, and you brought it right to this table. So thank you for being here. It's fantastic. Yeah. Again, he says his school did a lot. Not all schools do a lot. So we all come to it with different abilities or experience is really what it is like who's had the experience of riding lots of bikes. I'm going to go onto this little paper, but I want to show you, I'm going to stick it, I don't know, how do I do this? I still want to look at this, so I'm going to fold this. All right. Now, friends, when you do this, do not use a Sharpie. And Miss Jill's not going to this time. You won't be able to see me, but you understand this process, so you should be fine, okay? This is that watercolor paper, and I'm going to use this really lightly. And again, this is a trick that artists use all the time. And so they'll do a real light grid to just kind of get their bearings. It's kind of like creating a little map, okay? So I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to, again, start doing that process. And I know I've done this bird once. It's going to come a little easier to me the next time. See, I'm going to even jump down here. It's like connecting the dots. You get those angles, that chest, and here. Beak comes right out, and that funny little mouth. He's like, wait, where's my worm? Somebody shove a worm in there. All right, so I'm not going to give much with my pencil because I want my watercolor this time to do the work, okay? So I'm giving the basic guidelines, but I'm not going to do much sketching or value in this because now I'm going to grab my watercolors and I don't want to see the pencil. In fact, I might even kind of erase the pencil lightly. I'm going really light. I'm just getting the basics. I didn't give, look at Miss Jill's, look how basic that is. See that? I didn't, so put your eyeballs on the screen for just a minute and look how lightly I used my pencil. It's because I don't want the lead to contribute to my painting, which is going to be the watercolor. So it's really light. Now I think it's important to erase those marks in the back. Okay, so it's like you stick the little map on to kind of see where you are, and then you erase it. I want my pencils really light, and you probably can't see very well because it's so far away and this pencil is so light. But now instead, I'm going to come in with my watercolors, and I want to just show you a couple of techniques, okay? Let's see. I want to show you maybe this yellow has a little bit of green in it. It's not perfectly yellow. Or actually I want to show you the background color. That background is really a lime green. So I want to show you how to mix. So Miss Jill's going to do another little demo, okay? So put your eyes, maybe take a break for just 1 second. And I want to show you, you've got the basic colors here. There's not a million colors, but you have the colors of the color wheel, which means you can mix any colors. So if I want a green, that dark green does not look like this dark green, does it? This has much more yellow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the water first, and every time I'm doing a new color, I'm gonna clean in the color, or clean in the water. So I pulled some water and I'm gonna load this up with yellow. And I'm gonna use this back tray as my palette, my mixing palette. So watch Miss Jill for a minute. I plop the yellow down. If I were to plop into the green, right, like this, I would then contaminate the green with yellow, and I don't want to do that. I want to keep these pure, and these can be the mixed colors. So as soon as I feel like I got enough yellow on that, I'm gonna rinse my brush, and now I'm gonna plop into the green and just take a little bit of the green and see if I can get a nice lime green. I need a little more, so I'm gonna rinse in the brush. Every time I dip in, you wanna rinse first. And now I have a new color. This color is different than that green and different than that yellow because they mix together. I now have this fantastic lime green. So now I can take that mixed color and start filling in the outside. Watercolor loves to move because it's water. So allow it to be free and fluid. Water moves things. So I mix this new color and I'm gonna block in my background. And then I'll come in with a little smaller brush. I brought another brush. I know I didn't give you all the sizes. I gave you kind of little babies, but I'm gonna block that in. And you're not gonna have all the exact colors, but you're the artist and you get to kind of make some things up as you go too. So now we're studying that little bird. And you're trying to get the proportions right. And look how Miss Jill, can you guys see that again? See how I blocked in the bird by painting the negative space in the back side, and now the bird is left open, yeah? Okay, and I have this little chat going. I am not very good at all the parts. So, hold on, talk to me, Castellers. Where'd you go? Okay, you've been waving at me and I'm just gabbing away. Hi, sorry.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so yesterday was our mom's birthday, so it was kind of like a little. It was bad. So today is her do-over, and we have family events. Yeah.
And you have plans tonight?
Yeah.
Good. I love it. You guys are doing great. I'm not worried. And if you want to jump into tomorrow night's class and finish it, otherwise I will send you the recorded link tonight and you can just watch it, okay?
Okay.
I'll show you the tricks of clay.
Okay. Thank you.
Tell her happy birthday. Your mom's a really special soul and she deserves to be celebrated so big, okay? Maybe you could do these little cards. What if you gave her one of those, I think, Charlotte, she would love it. Yeah. What if you cut that out and made a little card out of it? Just a thought.
And with these, I have an idea of what I could do with the clay, kind of.
Okay. Well, go and celebrate your mom, and I will send that link to you later, and you can do it on your own time. Okay? Thanks for sharing. Sorry I didn't see you. I saw a chat come in. Ooh, look at you. You're just cruising along here, pal. Nice. Okay. You know what I like about this, Matthew? Is you were into the drawing part and you just stayed with it. You don't have to move on to the watercolor. It's awesome. Whatever you're doing is great. If you want to move on to the watercolor, go for it. Yeah? So if you want to move on to try the painting part, again, now we're getting proportions and now we're going to study the color part and the mixing color too. Let's see what Miss Sage has going. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Wow. Amazing. You are doing so great.
I drew the eye over here, but it's kind of blended into the black.
Sure, yeah. I love that. It's a great shape. If you want to use, so you'll find the watercolor does differently on different paper, right? So if you would like to use the watercolor paper and now try a little watercolor on that one, go for it, okay? Okay. Hi, you guys have questions? Are you guys wanting to get into clay? Luella, are you just like, can't handle it because you're so excited about clay? Where did she go? Is that what's going on there?
I might make more birds with my other clay.
I love it. Great. Yeah. Do you want to try a watercolor?
I was going to find something real quick.
Okay. Okay. What's this that's in front of you right here? What can I see right here, Mr. Gray? Can you show that? Can you hold that up? Yeah. Hold that up. Dang. Tweet. That is so cute. Hold it. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Tweet. I love it. Let's give this just a few more minutes. Some of these kids are jumping into watercolor, but I promise the clay is coming. If you just can't handle it and you want to jump in and start messing with the clay, I don't care. I don't care what you do. It's all great. Lots of right answers. Oh my goodness. Is this Eric? Wow. What? Look at you. That's amazing. Look at that. I love it. I got it. Are you unmuted? Say hi. Hi. You are doing amazing. Did it help you, Eric, to do that grid to simplify things? Was that confusing for you or helpful?
I didn't use it.
Well, whatever you did, you nailed it. So I'm just going to say you nailed it. Maybe try a watercolor. Try a little bird on those. Can you find the little squares? There's 2 little squares in there, and you can, when you touch them, they're a little thicker. That watercolor. Try it. All right, all right, all right. Okay. Well, hi. This new friend who's so brave to share. Let's see it, Sophie. Unmute. Where'd you go? I think, yeah, I got you. Oh, hit that again. Now I don't have you. Hit unmute one more time. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Really? Wow, Sophie. That is so darling. Get your eraser out and erase those back marks. This is amazing.
Okay.
Hey, who's that?
Okay, that's Sophie. She hasn't finished it yet, but it's her unicorn down there.
And it is darling. I am loving it.
Here's my bird.
What's wrong with that little Miss Lexi? Whoa, everybody hold yours up so I can see your faces and the art at the same time.
Abstract bird.
Who did that?
Me.
What? Oh my gosh. Lexi, scoot around and go sit by Natalie and look at that.
Here's my unicorn.
Yes, I'm loving it. Hey, Natalie, what had you thinking of doing an abstract bird?
I thought, you know how a few days ago or last week we did abstract?
Heck
I
yeah.
thought maybe I could do that with birds because it's bird week.
Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Natalie has jumped us right into our next idea because she knows what's going on. She needs to just teach the class next time. I want to show you a few ideas of abstract and realistic. We have done realistic. If you want to do a realistic little drawing, great. If you want to do an abstract, look at Miss Jill's. That is very abstract. He's kind of a funny guy, but boy, did I ever have fun making those colors. So I'm going to do both. Take a second because these are going to roll into being important for our clay. Put your eyeballs on the screen, and I would like to show you. Hold on. Where'd they go? Okay, here we are. Oh my goodness. There we are. I want to just show you some differences of paintings. So stick your eyeballs on the screen for a minute. There's a real simple little design, a little more realistic, but ooh, nice negative and positive space. Abstract, look at that, Natalie. Funky, crazy guys. They're using Zentangle lines and they're using funny shapes on the eyes and hair going everywhere. That would be abstract. Be thinking abstract or realistic, because when you make your bird, you can do either, but I'd like you to see all of it. A little more realistic. Funny, I've never seen a bird with crossed legs that are striped, but why not? You can be the artist to add whatever you want into that. I love these because they're just really cool shapes and designs. Ooh, look at the positive and negative space coming behind that tree. Look at the little patterns being developed by the stripes and whatever. Oh my gosh, realistic, kind of like we just did. Aren't those fantastic? A simple little bird. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I love these guys. And then abstract, silly, big eyeballs. They're like having a conversation, totally weird, fun colors. Little kind of in between, simplified, abstract. All right, so I show you all of these. Ooh, these are nice little watercolors. Kind of like the little squares we're doing, friends. There's an idea with the watercolor. Notice that the pencil doesn't play much into it. The water is what's moving it. Okay? And if you would like to just find a simple little shape and do an abstract, do it. I gave you 2 pieces of paper, so if you want to do 2 drawings, I didn't ever really finish this guy, but try them both. Try an abstract and try a realistic. If I were to do an abstract, I'm going to try another one right here. And if you want to follow along, great. If you have your own ideas, great. I'm going to do a weird bird with a straight line. Let's see. And all right, that's weird and funny. Abstract. So we've done realistic, we've done abstract, and again, I would love for you to take a minute to try mixing, like I showed you, those new colors, if you would like. And I just pulled it apart. Oh, that's my palette, and it's falling apart. Listen, okay. I don't know, not dealing with it. But I'm going to be thinking of all sorts of colors to fill this guy in. So Natalie, thank you for showing us the idea of abstract. I love that she just jumped in there. She just was feeling abstract today. So she's like, I see an awesome watercolor paper. I think I'll dive right in and do an abstract bird. I love my free-spirited artists here. It's just the coolest. I always learn so much from you guys. You guys come with the ideas. I probably don't even have to give any lessons. I probably just need to plop the supplies down and just let you guys go, because you always come up with cool stuff. This is now my abstract bird. So let's just take one more minute, couple more minutes. Wherever you are in the process, maybe you're into watercolors, maybe you're doing a realistic watercolor, maybe you're staying with the sketches, maybe you're abstracting the watercolors. Whatever you do is great. And we're gonna move into clay in just a minute. I'd love to see how we're doing. Let's check in. How you doing, pal? What's up?
So finished. This is what it looks like.
Hold it up close. Hold it up. Hold it up. Okay. He's trying to trick us. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is where watercolor comes into play. Look at him letting water just move. That's the beauty of watercolor, is you don't always control it. Dude,
Water.
it's amazing. I love it. Good job, pal. Thank you for sharing. Let's check in on this.
A little bit more color, Zach.
Looks like a muskrat. Not like a cute muskrat.
Where's my friends named the Jeffreys who are working so hard and I like haven't even checked in on them? What the heck? Hi, I can unmute you. Bingo, you're unmuted.
Hello.
Talk to us, Sadie. How goes the birthday?
Oh, Maisie's birthday was awesome. We still need to beat the pinata and watch a movie.
Okay. Oh, for her. So birthday or birthday? So we're. Oh my gosh, little Sadie. Sadie.
I'm gonna celebrate my birthday.
Well, let's say that I knew it was your birthday, so I planned a birthday today. Wow, guys!
I'm not done painting it though.
You're doing great. Hi, June. How's it going, June, over there? Hi, are you painting birds?
She just wants to play with her clay.
That's great.
She likes clay.
How is my buddy Samuel doing?
Good.
Cute boy. Love it. Okay. Thanks, Macy.
Oh, also, did you know that if you get the colored pencils that you gave us wet, they turn to like paint?
I did not know, but now I know. So why don't you all try it? I love that.
Yeah, I did that, and it looked super cool.
Oh my gosh, thank you for teaching me. I had no
Super
idea.
cool.
This is why I need you, friends. Gabby's screen went dark. Is Gabby gone or is she around? Gabby, anywhere? Gabby, can you hear me? I can't see you. Oh my goodness, where's Gabby? I can't see her. All right, I'm pulling you guys into gallery mode, and I'd like to just check in and see where we're at, if we're getting ready to move on. Are you kidding me, Matthew? Hold that up. Are you kidding me? Whoa, tell me about that.
I
That's amazing.
just traced it with a pencil.
Wow.
And I colored it with paint.
I love that you're putting the paint on the outside too. It's awesome. How's it going, Sophia?
Good.
Cranking along?
Yeah.
My goodness, friends. Wow. Whoa, maybe I should do birthday every day, because I mean, but you guys do great stuff every day. So I don't know what to say. I just think you're amazing. That's all I'm going to say. Give me a thumbs up if you feel ready to be moving on to clay, and a thumbs down if you're like, no, Miss Jill, I gotta keep going with this. I'm really into it. Okay, I got some thumbs ups. I got some thumbs up. I got some thumbs down.
What about sideways?
I got some sideways. Well, what the heck am I supposed to do with that? Say, just give me a sidey. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do with that, but I'm a little concerned about Gabby. Gabby, you are, oh, your screen is gone. Gabby, can you hear me? Gabby, can you hear me? Can you see me? Oh, I'm a little worried about my Gabby. So I'm gonna move on to clay, and Miss Jill's just gonna take a little break, and you guys need to too, but I'm kind of like, wow, I'm blown. Wait, Ryder, get right back. Ryder, oh, do not leave me. This is, wow. Gosh, buddy, nailed it, okay? Look at the reds you pulled into that, and the turquoise. Did you mix a color for the turquoise? Yeah, you did. You know what you're doing. Let's see, beautiful. Oh, goodness sakes. Wow and wow. Put your face down, little Miss Isla. Oh, you have the best face. Amazing. Did you just think, gosh, we need purple dots in the back? Who told you that? Who told you you needed purple dots?
I don't know.
Conscience.
Was it your artist heart?
They're not purple dots, they're flowers.
They're flowers, but the purple that you pulled in is you talking, that little creative space that's like, oh my goodness, we got to go this way. And you listened to it and honored it, and it's always right, and you nailed it. You are so fun. Okay, if you haven't taken a little break yet, please stand up, move your body a little bit. We got to get into clay. We're already, gosh, getting lost with birds. These birds are like so fun for me. So stand up, move your body just a little bit. Have yourself a little lifesaver if you haven't. Have a drink of water. Wiggle your hands. Wiggle your arms. It takes to move your body just a little bit. So we get ready for this clay. Oh geez, Mac, really? Okay, wow, I cannot get enough of this. Look at that. Wow.
I was trying to do this one
Yeah.
over here.
You pretty much nailed it. Tip it back before it drips. Lay it back flat and let it dry.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can use a little tissue to get into that. I love it. Amazing. Mac, are you having fun?
Yeah. It's really fun. I love birds.
Oh my gosh, I do too. I just love art. I just love you guys. How about that? So, wiggle your bodies, move around a little bit. Hey, little cuties. You guys ready to get into play?
I want to take a picture.
Hi.
Hey, can you hear us?
Are you feeling ready to get into play? Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is darling, Sophie. Thank you. That is so fun. Unicorns. Why not? We're all unicorns, right? Okay. This is what this will look like. I'm going to kind of clear my space just a little bit. I had to wiggle just a little bit. I have to move my arms a little, move my hands back here, do a little stretch, get my fingers going, a little drink of water, make sure you've done that. And then clear your space, and all of you were given this guy. This is a parchment paper, and it's a perfect workspace for clay. Your clay hopefully won't stick to that, so lay that down, and that will kind of protect your area. Clay gets messy. All right, stick my birds over. I don't know why. I like to look at birds everywhere. Now this is gonna be weird for Miss Jill because I'm up, right? So you guys work flat. Don't put your clay like mine. Okay. So I've got my parchment paper. I got my bowl of water. If your water has a lot of green in it, do a little rinse. Make sure it's clear so it doesn't show up on your clay. So fresh water. Okay. You need your sponge. If you have a rolling pin, I never told any of you that. If you have one and want one, grab it. If you're doing kind of slab work. While Miss Jill's talking clay, and I actually have a few things to tell you, so you're gonna have to listen to my voice for a minute. But while you're listening to my voice, start playing with your clay, because it's great. So the clay that I gave you came straight from like the big stalk, and when clay comes, it's already integrated. That means it has all these little fibers that like weave into each other and hold it tight and make it strong, okay? So it's called kneaded. It's kneaded together, and it's ready to be now manipulated. Clay gets everywhere. It's already all over me. If you start pulling your pieces apart, don't do that. But if this happens, and you have a bunch of pieces everywhere, okay? So now I have all these little pieces. And now I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I want this clay back on here. I'll just stick it back on, okay? So I took those little pieces and I stuck them back on. They're not kneaded. They're not integrated and woven into each other. So you make your little bird, but you didn't knead it. You make your bird and you're like, oh, it's so cute. And this is air dry clay. It takes a couple of days and it will dry. And this is what happens. Oh, that guy just fell off and it's not very strong. Those pieces just came right back off because we didn't knead them back in and get the fibers stuck back in. So I'm cautioning you to don't, be careful about making a million little pieces. If you do, you have to knead it back in. It can be done, it's easy, and I'm gonna show you how, but it has to, you gotta knead it back in before you can create from this, or your clay will just fall apart. So I stuck it back in there. Watch Miss Jill with water. Take my fingers and I'm gonna just dip them in like that. Did you see that? Just that much. I'm gonna let the drips kind of fall off. This clay is like perfect. It's perfectly fresh. It's not too dry, but it can get dry. And so to do that with the water helps it then get back in, but you can turn this to mud really quickly. And I'm telling you, it's almost harder to work with if it's mud than if it's dry. So don't overdo the water. I just dipped like that. Okay, now I'm going to knead it. If you've been in my art class before and done clay with me before, you've seen this happen. But do this with me, okay? Take your hand on your parchment paper. Miss Jill's a right-hander, so that's my dominant hand. I'm gonna hold it in my dominant hand. For me, it's the right hand. If you're a left-hander, hold it in your left. Take the hand that's not dominant and put it like this on your parchment paper. And this is the palm of your hand. It's really strong. And you're gonna take that and push it into your clay. And it's almost like you're rolling it and pulling back, rolling it and pull it back. So I'm gonna put this as kind of like a wall. And then I put my clay in that hand here. Just practice kneading with me because you'll need to know how to do this. And then you're going to push hard with your palm and roll it back. And press hard with your palm and roll it back. And press hard, and you're kind of pressing, you're weaving that clay back into each other so that it's strong again and ready to make something. Does that make sense? So this is called kneading. There's a lot of different words for kneading. Give me just a thumbs up if that's working for you. That makes sense? Where is Gabby? Keep kneading. I'm texting her mom and saying, what the heck? Okay. All right. So that's called kneading. Anytime you pull pieces off, you can't just jump, you can't just stick them on like that. You have to go through this full process. Your hands are going to start looking like this really fast. Dip them in that water. And I like to work a little water in there and then again kneading it. It's hard to do it on this board. I'm going to do it on my table because you kind of put, watch Miss Jill. I'm going to push my elbow into it. See, like that? Pushing my elbow and rolling it back. Pushing, so you're kind of pushing hard. If I push really hard on that, that thing's going to tip over. I hope that makes sense. So now that that's kneaded, then we're going to do what's called a slab. If you want to do a slab is where you roll it flat. So, okay, I'm going to take half my clay and I'm going to just say, okay, this is a little body. By the way, your clay is strongest if you pull from that kneaded piece instead of attaching things. So if this is all kneaded and I can tell that it's all woven into each other and there's not a bunch of creases and pieces that have fallen out, okay, that looks pretty kneaded. Now I can roll it, and if I'm going to make a bird out of this, if I pull this, if I pull from that kneaded piece to make the head and pull here to make the tail, this will be a stronger bird than if I take a piece off and try to attach it. So if you pull all your pieces from it, then, oh look, that's a really weird face. Hi. But if you pull it coming out that way, it's gonna be stronger, okay? I'm just doing a quick demo and then you guys need to just get into it. So I'll do this fast. Let's say this is my little bird. He's gonna sit on my computer and I wanna do a wing. So I'm gonna take a piece and I'm gonna roll it and I'm gonna make a slab. A slab means I rolled it with this and made it flat, okay? So here's a slab of clay and I want a wing out of the slab of clay. So I can use a few things. I've given you this little tool. That's great for cutting. You can grab a little butter knife from your kitchen, whatever you need. So I would like to do a wing out of this. So I just need to demo for a minute and then I promise you can go loose. I will let you go. Okay, here's a wing that I want to stick on the bird. Okay, like this. So I can't just stick it on. Well, what do? I can't knead it because I'll lose the shape. How do I do this? So I need to teach you this one more technique. Some of you might already know it, but everybody needs to know it in working with clay, and it's called score and slip. So say that out loud to yourself. Score and slip. And you're gonna do it 2 times on both sides. You're gonna score and slip, and then you'll do it on the thing you're gonna attach it to, score and slip, score and slip. Watch Miss Jill. Score means rough it up. I'm gonna take this embossing tool, and now I'm picking the side that doesn't have this one's the bigger side, and this is the pointer side. And so I'm gonna take the smaller side, and I'm gonna rough it up. It's like I make a checkerboard, okay? Wherever I'm gonna attach, watch how I do this. See how I dig into this? And do you see how I've roughed it right up? That's called a score. So now I've done a score, and now I'm gonna slip. I slip by dipping my finger in my water, and I rub it on the score. That's a slip. Okay, so Miss Jill has done a score and a slip. And I gotta do it again. I take my tool, and I do the same thing. I'm gonna score, lines going up and down, lines going side to side, is roughed up again. Now I'm gonna slip. I take my finger, dip it in my water, that just happened, and now I'm gonna rub it here. This guy's ready to receive the wing, okay? Score and slip, but it's not ready because I haven't done that to the wing. So we wanna stick him on this way, so it will be this side. Score this whole wing, friends, watch. I want to rough it all up. You don't want to dig too deep to mess up your design, but I've score, dip my finger in water, slip, do it again. Score, rough that baby up, stick my finger in water, slip, score, slip, score, slip. Now this guy is ready to go onto my bird. And when I stick it on, I'm gonna wiggle it back and forth like this. Wiggle it because I'm trying to get it to grab each other like this. Okay, so I'm kind of pressing around and around, and he's got a wing. So he's good to go. I did a score and slip and a score and slip. And now I can do the other wing. Before you get started, I would love for you to just look at some ideas, but you're probably already going because you have so many ideas. So why would I need to give you more ideas? Because you're so smart. But we're going into texture like last week. Texture, actual texture, where you're making imprints. How does something feel? You're actually making it feel bumpy. If you would like to add texture to your bird, fantastic texture. Your little embossment is great for making texture, and so is this guy, or any kitchen utensils that you want to find. Look at the texture that is added to those little guys. So put your eyeballs on Miss Jill for seriously 30 more seconds, and then you guys are good to go, I promise. So there's some texture everywhere. These are slabs, so if you would like to make your bird a slab and cut out the parts, that works, and then hang him next to the tree. Oh, cute. Just take a blob and make him into an owl. Okay, here we're getting kind of funky. Really simple shapes, but really fun colors. So these are little abstract birds, right? They're kind of realistic shapes, but then they become abstract. I just want to give you some ideas. Look at this guy with beads hanging down. If you have beads you can add to it. If you have wire you want to add to it. I've given you a couple of feathers. Woolsey pants. If you want to add feathers, if you want to add whatever I gave you, you don't have to use what I gave you. Look at these guys. They're so nuts. There's feathers and funny wire guys everywhere. This is getting crazy and wild. So you get to choose. Oh, you could do just a little bird's nest and you could do babies. You actually have enough clay. You could do a mama and a couple babies or some eggs or make a nest. How about this guy? Crazy colors. Remember, the painting will come next week. So that was a lot of information. I have a start of a bird. Mine's not super abstract. And I gave you a lot. Somebody give me a thumbs up and be like, this is great. We're going to do fine. And we are making birds. So thanks, Lexi, for your thumbs up. Awesome sauce. Okay, I got a question coming in hot from Mr. Gray. What up? Hold on, let's, hi, what's up?
How are you supposed to rip the clay?
Rip it?
Yeah, so you can have half for like the body.
Why don't you get a little kitchen knife, like a little easy one that would just spread butter and just cut it right in half. Or just take your hands and guess it. It's
Huh?
not, or just take your hands and just pull them apart. I kind of did that. Just hold it apart.
Okay.
Dig into it. Just start. Sometimes you don't know what you're going to do, but then you start going and it like completely makes itself. And it's yeah? Awesome. You okay?
Yeah.
Hi, Lowry's. What's up over there? Hi.
This is mine.
Oh, yeah. What? Yeah. He just jumped right in. You got it.
No.
Yeah. Hold him up. I got to see him.
Nose? I got
Oh,
my head.
Yeah.
Well, not my head. My
Oh,
nose.
these are gorgeous designs.
My head.
Luke, yours looks very Scandinavian. It's like really simple shapes. Yeah?
Do I need to add anything?
Let me just show you one more thing. Zach, can I say something? Did you score and slip each side that was put on?
No, you didn't. That's what I told you to
Did I
do.
It will fall off and you'll be frustrated. So just take
I did. I did do that.
Okay, just make sure you do so it doesn't fall apart and then you're not so sad when it falls apart. How about any other friends? Are we doing okay?
Yeah, you ripped it off that easy.
Yeah. Okay, let's just
I
start.
want to show you this idea too of when you have your clay going. I mean, I did mine in 2 seconds. I'm going, you guys can take more time than what I just did. Okay. But he's got all these little crackies and it's like not very smooth. So you can take your sponge and dip it in the water, but be very careful that you don't get it muddy. That can happen. But if you want to take the sponge and try to smooth some of these areas, that's a nice little tool. And sometimes it's nice to just take your finger and you can fill the best with your finger, but make sure you're smoothing. Look at my wing is trying to crack here. So I'm going to really be aware of taking that water and going over these little pieces. Not a ton. Don't make a muddy mess out of it, but you can take a little bit of water and kind of smooth that out. And texture is a fun thing to add. Maybe this guy, look at what this tool can do for texture. And you might dig around your kitchen and find some really cool patterns of things that you're like, oh my gosh, this would make the coolest texture. But look at how using this on the side created one way. If I use the tip, it would create a different pattern. So we've talked a lot about patterns and lines and repeating things, and texture was last week. So yeah, just make sure you're giving it a little attention by getting those cracks out, kind of smooth those through. And if you have more to add, I saw some kids in last night's class had some sequins and some beads, and they were adding some funky things. So you're always welcome to add, but you don't have to. How are my buddies Eris and Eric? I want to see your faces. Hi. You guys moved inside. Show me, put it up close. Let's see it, sweetheart. Hey, that's awesome. I love it.
The wing is not there.
Yeah, mine's not either. And I would just showed one way to do a bird. Mine was a little more realistic, but I showed you all those possibilities of abstract or funky. You can take the, I don't know where, oh yeah. These guys can be cut too. How are you doing, Eric? You doing okay, pal?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you like clay?
Link's Awakening.
Yes, I love it. Clay is the best.
Making Link's Awakening. The island.
Oh, hey, if you make something that is not a bird, who cares? If you're like, you know what, I really need to make a bowl, do it. I don't care. Here's how you can make a nest, by the way. Anyone wants a nest? You got to make sure it's kneaded. So I'm going to go through that process again. A little water and pressing it into itself. Kind of work it in. Right? Knead. Now watch. After I get a really smooth bowl or ball, here's a good way to do a nest. Are you ready? Get a round ball, and then I stick my thumb in it, and I slowly start to pinch it around and around and around and around. So I'm slowly making the hole. Can you see how that works? These are really great little bowls for like your jewelry to put in your bathroom if you have little earrings you want to put in that, but it could be a nest too. So see how my thumb is just moving around? See that? And then I can keep pressing it to get a little wider and a little wider. You guys, I can tell you're doing great stuff. Hi there, over there. Harrison's, how's it going? Yeah, show me what you got.
I had to start over.
That's okay. Clay is so forgiving. You get to start over a million times. Yeah. So Harrison, look what I did. I took a ball and put my thumb in it, and I'm going to start making a nest for my bird. So you don't have to use all the clay in for one bird if you want to break it up and do babies or little eggs or whatever. How you doing, Miss Isla? Okay. You doing okay?
Yeah.
You liking clay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to see you. Keep going. I love it. Oh, Miss Sage has done clay with me before. What are you coming up with?
A nest with a baby and a mom.
Oh my gosh, how fun. Can I see?
This is my nest.
Perfect. It is perfect, Sage. So you're doing a little mama bird and then a little egg?
No, a hatch bird.
Oh, a hatched one, a little baby bird. Got it. So fun. Are you enjoying clay?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying you, okay? Okay. Any other questions with clay, or are you guys just enjoying digging into it? You doing okay? How are my cute Jeffreys? Gosh, look at that family. Could you be more fun? Hey, I can unmute you so you don't have to stand up. I got you. Now talk. Samuel, say hi.
I'm making my pinch bowl.
What'd you say, sweetheart?
I'm making the bowl or the nest.
I love it. Yes, you can make whatever you want. It might be that you're like, you know what? I don't want to do a bird at all, but I feel like I want to do a flower or a pinch pot or,
This is my bird so far. It looks like a turtle.
Maybe you should make it a turtle. I'm just going to suggest. Make it,
It does look like a turtle.
that face looks like a turtle. I think you should.
Yes.
And a butterfly. What? Heck yeah. Maisie. I love it. Yeah, look at the texture you've added there, little sunshine. maybe you could do, ooh, Maisie, I have an idea. What if you put these guys, watch Miss Jill. What if you rolled, can you see me?
Yeah.
What if you rolled and made antennas to come out of it? Only if you want, it's just, keep going. Hi, June. There's a little antenna. If anyone wants to,
Yeah, I'm using it for me.
I don't know.
I can make a turtle. That's what she used to do. It's fine. Sage is probably gonna do a turtle. Yeah.
Hi, Bradley's.
Hello.
Hey, yeah, show that so we can see some ideas for those pipe cleaners. What the heck are you doing with those?
I don't know.
I don't either, but I'm loving it. Let's see, turn it to the side. Let's see how the feathers go. That's awesome. He's like really streamlined. I feel like he can just like shoot across the table. No. You're a good one, you know that? How's it going, Sophie? Sophia.
I'm trying to figure out
I have
how
an egg.
I'm trying to attach my wing, but I think I did it too small and I have to restart my wing, but
It's really a great shape what you've got going. I love the tail. Hold the tail up. Oh my gosh, put that close. Oh, it's so cute.
My tail looks weird.
Yo, you guys, those are awesome. So clay is really, really forgiving. That's the great thing is you can mess up and just start over. Put it in a blob, knead it. Just be sure you do the kneading part of it, right?
I just added one. Ooh, I have a good idea.
Keep going. I love it. My poor computer. Ooh!
Junior Mama.
Maybe that's an egg that's trying to hatch. The feathers are trying to come out.
Yeah.
Good job.
Feather.
Love it. How's my buddy Gray? Are you figuring it out? Well, you got cool light on you. What's going on over there? Like the light that's like coming on your face is like do 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 do. It's awesome. Let's see. Did you figure out the clay? Is it going okay?
It's more of an elephant bird.
Okay, elephants are completely acceptable in this class. An
A
elephant.
long nose.
Yeah. It's awesome. Why not create your own? I think it's great. How's my buddy Luella? Did she take off?
Yeah.
That's fine. Who cares? Great. My poor computer, I get my hands all muddy and then I am supposed to go hit a button, but my fingers look like this. And so, oh geez, I'm gonna have to wipe down. Hello, Eris. She's
I'm creepy. Eyes are creepy.
some birds are, oh, hold it up there. Oh my gosh. Eric, will you hold yours up too?
It's the Link's Awakening Island.
What'd you say, sweetheart?
It's the Link's Awakening Island.
Oh, you are so creative. What are all these words you're coming up with? This is awesome.
So there it is.
Oh, okay. Hold it up. Hold it up. Let's see. Hold it up one more time.
On top. That's what.
Which
it's the wingfish, which I got to awaken.
Hey, you know what? I love that you're like, hey, I am going to just take off on my own and do this thing. It's awesome. Ooh, Eris, you're being so careful with that sponge. Doing great. So many artists with so many ideas. I think it's amazing. How are my Lowrys over there? They might be done. Tasha looks busy cleaning it all up. Tasha, hi, Hope. What are you doing? Oh, wait. No, it's muted. I got to hit it again. Go ahead.
Yeah, my mom was just cleaning up the.
I love it. Tell those boys to get over and clean it themselves. How did it go? Are you doing okay tonight?
Yeah, I finished. We finished.
You want to show me what you're working on?
I'll bring them over.
Hope, do you want to show me your stuff, or you guys finished and kind of put it away?
Yeah, we have.
Oh, let's see it.
This one's Zach's.
Oh,
That one's
cute.
Zach's bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, some of
Nice.
the last one I'm gonna put some back in. This one's Lucas's.
I love his simple shape. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then I made this one.
Oh my gosh, look at you. Look at your shape is like perfect. What was your best technique? Was it with a sponge or your fingers?
I used my fingers to kind of blend it all together, and then I used a sponge to make it look smooth.
Yeah, it's super smooth. You did good job. Thanks for creating with us. You guys are the best.
Yeah, thank you.
So, Lowry's, be careful that you put it somewhere safe to store, maybe onto a paper plate if you can't move that paper or whatever. Just,
Okay.
yeah, it's going to take a few days and then we'll paint in a week. Okay?
Okay.
You did great.
Thank you.
Hi, Tasha. Kids, tell those boys to get back and wipe their own.
They won't do a very good job.
It's true, but still. See you guys. Have a great night, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, some of us are wrapping up, and that's okay. It's so hard to figure out timing. Sometimes we jump right in, and sometimes it takes 10 more years. Who knows? Hey, Matt, how's it going for you, my friend?
Good.
So what are you doing with that embossing tool? Can you show everybody?
I was just like kind of doing my eye. This is what I have over here.
Fantastic. So yes, I taught a lot about texture last week, and I purposely taught it last week and did clay the next week, so we understand what that means. And this tool is great for adding those details. So perfect. Thank you for sharing. I want to show this one more time. If you would like to add friends, these last little bits, see how you can add the design. Look at those eyes pushed in and the little dots around. And drawing is really smooth, and then drawing the shapes on top of it. So don't forget to add, look at these guys, that embossing tool to like poke in the eyeballs and to put the dots on the stomach. Don't forget the part about texture can be kind of fun to add to it. So, you can draw the little eyeballs in instead of adding eyes and the little beaks. Maybe this guy's got a chest. It's gonna have some dots. And again, don't be afraid to hop around your kitchen and find some other ideas. So lots of ideas for making texture. Okay, Miss Sadie, how's it going?
I did your idea to make it a turtle.
Oh,
It is
good.
plain, so I made it a turtle pot.
Yo!
It's so cute.
No,
With
it's
a
not
jerky
just
face.
a little bit cute. That is so
Yeah,
ridiculous. Oh my
so cute.
gosh. Sadie, that is so cute. You know, if
Now I
you
can put stuff in it.
if you
I'm
want
gonna put stuff in it.
Sadie, here's an idea.
Hmm?
You take a little ball and you make it into like a little point and score and flip and score and flip. You could stick little feet around or a little tail.
Oh,
But
that would be so cute.
But they
I'm
will
gonna do a little tail.
they will fall off if you don't make sure you score by roughing it up, slip by putting water, score by roughing it up, slip with water, and you have to do that on both
Yeah,
sides.
I don't think I have enough clay to do legs, but I think I have enough clay to do a tail. I barely have any clay left.
Whatever you do is perfect.
Turtle.
I think it is so darling. I can't wait to see you paint it. Can you imagine?
So cute.
Yeah. You're so cute. You're so cute. I gotta see that Miss June. What the heck is June doing over there?
June. She's really messy.
Yeah, I think she's having fun. Hi, June.
Hi.
Turtle.
You did great, Sadie. How are you, Samuel?
Good.
What are you making?
I'm gonna make a cactus in a pot.
Great, a cactus. I love a cactus. That is a great idea. Yeah, just because we're doing birds, you don't have to do birds. This is always your stuff. All right, let's make the rounds and we'll start wrapping it up. Hi, Miss Sage, what's up? Hold on, let's unmute you. How's it going?
I forgot how to make a bird.
Do you want me to do it one real quick? Is it all stuck together?
I made this part.
Well, I kind of think, well, turn it around, let's see. Well, I think you're doing just fine. Yours is from a slab. Yours is flat, has the shape of the bird. Does that make sense when I say slab? Look at this. I'll show you. I'll show you what I think you're kind of doing. Okay. Can you see that? See how it's flat? And then you make the bird so it's not as 3D. It's still 3D because it's clay. Is that kind of what you're doing?
No, I just forgot how to make the chest.
It's easiest to do it from starting with a ball. So watch Miss Jill, okay? I'm gonna just take a ball. Mine's a smaller one. It's just half. It's what I did my pot. I'm gonna make sure I got it all, my fingers in water, and then I'm gonna knead it by pressing. I'm doing it on the table because it just doesn't make sense to do it up here, but I'm pushing and rolling and pushing and rolling. So I get all of that worked into each other. After I have a pretty good ball, you can just roll it into a ball, Miss Sage. Watch this. Just roll it into a ball here and make it round all the way around. It's kind of smooth to start with. That's the easiest. So it's just smooth. And if I want, there's a million ways to do a bird. There's a million. Look at this guy. Oh, I want to show you this one. There's a blob. Add some feet and some wings and a beak from the blob. Does that make sense? So start with the blob.
I want it to be too big or else it won't fit the nest.
Oh, well, just be simple. Watch Miss Jill. I'm gonna just start by kind of pinching the head. I'm just kind of pulling it in this direction. And then I'm gonna kind of pull this little tail. And then I'm gonna start smoothing things. And he's just kind of a little guy. See? And then I can start pulling the beak out of it. It's easiest to start with a circle, and pulling it from it is going to be stronger than if you score and slip all the parts. Did that help, Miss Sage? Sage, does that help? You doing okay? Okay. Looks like some people are wrapping up. If you are one of those people, please be a really good cleaner. And I know this is a messy night, so make sure your parents don't have to do all your cleanup. Yeah, how you doing, pal?
I made a baby.
Cute.
I
Oh,
also made one.
he's tiny. Sage, look up here. Hold it up a little tiny bit. Yeah. Sage, look at these ideas. Hold it up again. Matthew, hold it up.
Hold yours up.
Yeah, cute. It's like they're just kind of blobs with a beak, right? Yeah.
Baby's on the mama.
Yep, that's pretty cute. Throw those feathers in. You don't have to use the feathers, my friends, but I don't know.
Oh.
You're doing great. Some of you are finishing up, some are not quite. Look at this whole little Van Wagenen family. What's going on over here?
Greg, can you show Jill yours?
No, I don't want to.
Hey, Pie, what's going on?
It's an elephant. What is it?
Bird.
An elephant bird. How does it go?
What is wrong with that?
Sonic.
Look at you rolling away, Mr. Sage.
What is that?
Mom.
How does it go?
What is that?
It's a bird.
Yeah, I don't do it very well, so I didn't really get it. Oh.
Look at it. Look at it.
Look at hers. Look at Maisie's.
So awesome. Oh my gosh. Look at that side view. Hold it up to the side. I gotta see the side.
Oh, she wants to see this.
Don't break him. No, I know he's a little fragile. Yeah, that's Brad. How did we get this, Luella?
Dun, dun, dun.
How did Luella do?
Luella's still working.
Okay, no
Her
problem.
bird is still flat.
I say,
Say hi to Miss Jill.
Bird.
Hi.
Look at my
Hey,
bird.
let's make a wing. Should we make a wing?
Huh? Look at mine. It's beautiful. See, look at mine.
oh,
Do.
hold on.
It has a hairdo. It has a good hairdo. It has a good hairdo.
Hey, perfect.
Beautiful
Look at the-
hairdo.
Friends, put your eyeballs on the screen and see Maisie's
Look at the
beautiful
hairdo.
bird with
A
a
beautiful
funny
hairdo.
hairdo.
A beautiful hairdo.
It's a beautiful hairdo. Oh, that's awesome. You got it. Yeah, those
I didn't have enough for the wing, so I just did a little outline.
It's so great.
And then when I saw someone else's, I was like, I saw the hairdo and I was like, I want to do a hairdo.
I like it.
All my feathers together and I made a hairdo.
That's the beauty of having all of our friends together, because I would like a hairdo too. And I think I'll just do a one. See, and we learn from each other. So watching each other, I mean, you can stick maybe he's gonna like, this pipe cleaner actually cuts really easily. So if it's too big, cut it. So maybe he has funny legs that he sits on. Those are really weird. Whatever, Jill, what is going on? I don't know. And I don't really know what this is, but I just put it in. I have no idea, but maybe this could be a beak or a squirrely that little tie. I don't know. Maybe it just makes good texture. I figured someone would figure out something to do with that. All right. Yes, Miss Eris. Hey, look at that.
I think I should name it Paradise. Who agrees?
I agree. I do. I agree. I'm going to unmute everybody. Do you think
Agree.
Okay, everybody needs to come up with a name for theirs. Great idea. Paradise, awesome. You are darling. I love it. And she dances. All right. Looking at a couple of these. Oh, cute. Stick a feather at the back.
Yeah, I also gave it 3 eggs right here.
Oh my gosh, Matt. Put your face over there.
I ended up deciding it's a hummingbird because of how tiny the eggs are. So
It's adorable. And so, did you have a name for it?
I think once I have it painted, I'll be able to come up with a name.
Okay. Ooh, I like that. We'll do that next week. We can do a name and painting next week.
Okay.
Okay. Did Nora ever pull out her clay?
Yeah, actually, let me show you hers. I don't know where she is right now. But she made a
How old is Nora again, Matt?
5.
She's an amazing 5-year-old. This is really big stuff for a 5-year-old.
She painted today because she wanted to.
Oh my gosh. Did she paint the clay? No, wait, is that her clay?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I've never tried that. See, you guys are learning new techniques. I'd love to see how, oh, that is cute, actually. Hey, coming up with new ideas. It's awesome. Okay, so friends, when you finish your little funny guys, be sure that you clean up your area and then put this in a safe place so that it dries without being bumped, okay? And then let it be for the week, and we will come to the painting next week, okay? Okay. How about you, Hanson? You guys wrapping it up? Mr. Matthew? Go ahead, pal. What do you have to say? Were you on to show us something? Were you raising your hand to tell us something, or were you doing something else? Yeah.
I learned something new.
Oh, okay. You're full of all sorts of ideas today. Let's see it. Ooh. Do you like clay, pal?
Yeah.
I don't know what. Yeah, see, I knew you'd figure out something with the wire.
Sorry, Matt. Where did you get this clay?
I have tried a million kinds of clay for air dry, and there's lots of kinds, and I'm going to show everybody. What? I don't know why it says you're pinned. What does that mean? I don't know. Can you all see me? Where did I get this clay? I have an empty container. I'm going to grab it and show it to you. Okay. The best air dry clay that I found that I like the best is Crayola. It comes in a tub. It comes in Terra color, which is like sand color, and it will say Terra on it, or it says white. I like the white because I like to add my own colors, but Crayola air dry clay is what I think is the best. And this is a 5-pound bucket, or you can get it in a 2.5-pound bucket, like that. And I get about, I don't know, I think I divide each bucket of 5 into like 10 balls, the size that you guys got, or 12 maybe. And I found you can get it at Michael's, but it's cheapest at Walmart. It seems like it's always like $9.99 at Walmart. I actually ordered this stuff in bulk off of Amazon, and I got 25 pounds all at this, and then got it for cheaper. So you can do it that way, but if I were just buying single tubs, I would order that at Walmart. How about
So, I think I've seen the Crayola air dry clay at the dollar store.
Really?
Yeah, I think I saw it.
I've never seen it at the dollar store. Was it in little small pieces?
I think it was in like the little small ones.
Awesome. If you see it at the dollar store, man, you grab that. That'd be amazing. The cheapest I found it is usually $9.99 at Walmart. But if I use a coupon, it's $15 at Michael's. And if I use a coupon, then I can get it down a little lower. Yeah. Amazon.com, you know.
Yeah, June's probably gonna get a ton of clay for her birthday now.
Ooh, good idea. I think she's having fun over there. Look at that.
She's super messy, and all her clay is like mush.
Your dad text me those pictures, okay?
Okay. Text her the picture.
Sorry I made a mess for you tonight. It's a mess. Oh man. The air dry is awesome. You can do so many things.
And then you can make a lot of adjustments before it dries.
Yeah, you can always roll it back up into a ball and just put it back in the tub.
Super forgiving. You just add water if it's dry, and then
Sadie, you need to teach this class. You've heard all my words, so you could just teach it next time, okay? Thanks for partying with me, Miss All the Jeffries.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Night.
I love clay.
Hey, Sage, how did it go? What? Your eyes are like, what? But are you doing okay?
Good.
Good. Okay, let's see it.
I'm working on the baby and I'm
Oh,
doing
he's
the
just a teeny tiny little guy. I love it. You always work so hard. You just concentrate. Amazing. Okay, friends, I'm about ready to wrap this up. So I'm going to pull this into gallery mode so I can see all the great faces. If you have something great to share before I end this, hold it up and I can see everybody all at one time. Please be good cleaners. I know, oh yeah, Mac, awesome. Yes, Sage, and oh, the little turtle. Ooh, he got feet. The turtle got some feet. Ooh, cute, Miss Sophia. Thank you for sharing. I love it. Yes, okay, so next week, your kids will have that little birdhouse and we'll have some paints. Don't do anything with this air dry clay except let it dry. Set it somewhere on top of the fridge or on top of somewhere that it's not going to get bumped and let it dry all week long, and next week we'll be ready to paint, okay? If it cracks by some reason, the best thing you can do before you paint it is add Elmer's. I know that sounds crazy. You're going to have some pieces that fall off and you're going to be frustrated. Elmer's glue is the strongest, but it takes like a whole day to dry. So if you see in a few days that it dried and the tail fell off, get good old-fashioned Elmer's glue, load it up, set it aside, and let it dry overnight. And it will be pretty strong, and it will take paint. So if that happens, get it glued before you come to class. Got it? All right, unmute all. Say goodbye. I love you to me. Happy birthday, everybody. Bye, Eris. Bye, Matt and Nora. Ryder and Isla, Sage, Sophia. Thank you for playing with me. Have a great night. We'll see you next week, okay?
Yep.
baby.